Hey there, welcome back to Z Chanel. It is about 8:10 a.m. and we're about to begin our morning routine with some tranquil footage of me in some deep REM sleep. Super peaceful vibes. Then!
Hands on the beat.
So the first thing I do is I set up my bed. I've definitely established this healthy habit over the years, and it just kind of sets up a productive attitude for the day. Clear working space equals a clear working mind in the majority of cases. The next thing on my list is to plan my day. Recently I've been doing this online. However, I do like a traditional journal. It's important to do this because you set up clear aims and structures for your day. I know with this crisis we've all been thrown out of our everyday routine, but in planning your day, it kind of maintains some sense of normality. And the famous proverb, fail to plan, you're planning to fail.
I just want to say thank you. Yeah. They want to drop my blessing.
So this was the to-do list that I actually created yesterday for me and my siblings. I used Google Sheets. My columns are literally the tick box, as you can see there, the date and the task, and I've tried to incorporate 3 positives of the day and 1 improvement. So green was yesterday and this yellow colour is today. I actually wrote down this to-do list yesterday. However, this morning I'm sitting down to kind of review what I will realistically do, because one thing I do way too often is set overly ambitious to-do lists, and in the past, yes, they've been quite motivating in the sense that I've got a lot of targets and goals to work towards for the day, but it can be quite discouraging when you get to the end of the day and you haven't completed most of your to-do list. And yeah, that could be down to lack of productivity, but most of the time the reason for that is because you haven't been realistic with your to-do list. You haven't been realistic as to what you can feasibly do in the time frame that you have. So the to-do list that I made yesterday was overly ambitious. I won't be able to complete all of that today. So this morning I will spend the time actually writing down and crossing out the things I won't expect myself to do today. If I do, great. If I don't, then I've already factored that in, So I've decided that I will not realistically manage to write up notes on plasma proteins. So on my spreadsheet, I will actually put a strike through. I won't completely erase it from the table, because ideally I would still like to do it, but realistically I won't, so I'm just going to put strike.
That's why I wanna thank you for my...
Next I head over to the bathroom where I wash my face and brush my teeth. Guys, I'm telling you, washing your face with cold water from student to student after a late night quickly wakes you up. This works by stimulating the release of adrenaline, and it's a quick way to become more alert with minimum effort. And guys, I'm telling you, brush your teeth in the morning, because that morning breath, it's stanky. So yeah, I brush my teeth in the morning before any interaction with anyone else.
Ayo, ayo. For everything that you have done, I say ayo. Ayo, ayo. Ayo.
Now the next thing in my morning routine is by far the most important thing in my opinion, and this is my morning catch-up chit-chat with God the Father. This is in the form of prayer, meditation, reading the Bible, and generally any form of worship. Before this crisis started, it was so easy to get carried away with the hustle and bustle of our everyday lives and easily forget to make time for God. And I was definitely guilty. We're all familiar with the excuses of, oh, I don't have time, or I'll probably do it tomorrow. But the truth is, we can spare just 10 minutes out of the 24 hours that Christ has granted us. God looks at the quality of your heart. The truth is, spending time with God and His Word to feed your spirit is just as, even more important than the physical food we use to feed our bodies or the human interactions we use to feed our mind. We must remember that our souls are thirsty. Psalm 42, 1-2 tells us that, you see, our souls thirst for God, for the living God. And in John 4:13-14, Jesus tells us that everyone who drinks this water will be thirsty again. But whoever drinks the water that Jesus gives them will never thirst again. Indeed, the water I give them will become in them a spring of water welling up to eternal life. If any good came from this crisis, for me, it would be that it's given me an opportunity to make time for Jesus without any excuses. Through digesting the word and rebuilding my relationship with Christ, this confinement period has allowed me to fall back in love with Jesus. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do according to all that is written. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. Joshua 1:8. So for anyone interested in how I do my quiet time, and I'll try and film a video about this talking in more detail, but usually I start by writing my Bible journal / diary about the prayer subjects that I want to do, and this usually structures my quiet time. I also use this journal to Bible study or write any thoughts or revelations that God has given me during this Bible study. I also pray. There are many forms of prayer, but this is usually the type I adopt during my morning sessions. I also play worship music in the background. This can be non-lyrical, or it can be your favourite worship song. And finally, but not the least, I spend time reading the Bible. I often use the Bible study app to kind of supplement my understanding, and I also fellowship the word that I've learnt with my brothers, sisters and friends. So the Bible that I'm using at this moment is this beautiful Bible. It's my sister's Bible. It is the New International Version, whereas mine is the King James Version. And I genuinely find the NIV version to be so much more simplistic and so easy to follow, so easy to understand. Whereas King James Version, it's quite archaic in its language. It still uses thou and shout and all that kind of language, but yeah, this Bible is utterly beautiful. It's got colouring in sections, it's got space on the side for you to like annotate the word, and yeah, it's just an amazing Bible and so suited to Bible studies, and I highly recommend. I will be ordering my own Bible. I'll put a link to this Bible in the description below. Right, now I'm actually going to move on to the next part of my morning routine, and yeah, I don't do this every day, like, don't get me wrong, but it's nice to incorporate exercise, which is what I'm going to do into your morning routine. It's a nice way of starting your day. So I'm going to get changed into my sportswear, and I'll see you guys in a sec.
Hands on the beat.
Professional by any means. My form is probably not the greatest when it comes to doing some of the exercises, but I am trying my best to do what I can with what I have. Parents are laughing at me through the window, but you know what? Haters are our motivators. I'm just gonna eat some fruit, probably an apple and some grapes and stuff like that. Then I'm gonna go shower. Baba, this is not the life where I live. I be saving you cause that is why I live. Every time when I dey pray, you go give. Yeah. So finally, for my morning routine is my shower. So we have reached the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this very impromptu and very improvised morning routine whilst quarantined. Honestly, love you guys. Thank you for all the support. Stay blessed, and I will see you in the next one.
The blessings keep coming. That's why I know